But today I will be interviewing one of my students. Ethan, can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi, Ethan. Well, I know you're quite busy right now, but I'm really grateful that you have decided to join me in this little video thingy because I really would like to talk about how my classes work. And I think you'd be like the perfect person to interview because we've already had like 30 classes together. Right?
Yeah,
I think you
that
know me too
happened.
well. All
Yeah,
right. You are from Taiwan, right? All
yeah.
right.
I'm from Taiwan. I'm true Taiwanese. Yeah.
Okay. Is there a fake Taiwanese?
No.
Okay. I'd like you to say hi to your fellow Taiwanese and if you could introduce yourself a little bit.
OK，Hello，大家可以称呼我 Eason。我高中刚毕业，那在考完学之后，就是想说我学了差不多10年的英文，那但是就是不大会就是英文的对话，就是只会应付那种学校那种考试，我就觉得很可惜。而且我自己是其实对于美国文化很有兴趣，所以就是为了增进英文的口说能力，来到这个平台就是找线上的英文老师。That's it.
That's okay.
Okay.
When did we actually meet? I think we met in June or was it June?
May.
May.
We met in May.
Wow, I still remember.
Yeah, because you have a lot of students, but I only have a teacher. Browse through all of the pages of all the teachers, and I decided to choose Mariana.
I was actually gonna ask you why. That's gonna be my first question. Why did you end up choosing me?
I think there are multiple reasons, and the first one is because I like the things that affects me to choose a teacher, an English teacher. The facts that influence
Influenced you
my
in choosing me.
To choosing a teacher is the accent of a teacher's or the intonation of a teacher.
Mhm.
And I wanted to choose a teacher whose English sounds like native speaker, and it is very soothing or easier to understand. After browsing through a lot of teachers and their videos, and I didn't find anyone I like, and according to my budget and my preference. But I saw Mariana, and I found and I watched her video. Though her another video isn't that the quality of it isn't that good, but I like the way she talk, and she writes on the info bio.
My bio.
Yeah, I read her bio, and I just wonder what's the method of Mariana can give to their student. And yeah, so that's the reason why I decided to choose Mariana to have a trial class lesson.
Okay, so there were many factors basically, but it was my video. You like the way I talked in that video. I don't remember the video because I've changed my video so many times already. So we had a trial lesson for 25 minutes. What was your impression of me, like during the trial?
During the trial, the
or
first
after?
thing that actually it is the first class that I take online. So, and the first English class that I take 1-to-1 tutoring, and so I gained a lot of things in trial lesson, and like I have a lot of time. Mariana gives a lot of time to students to express themselves a lot, and I have a lot of space to try to speak English in the class.
A lot of opportunities.
Yeah. So there are a lot of opportunity for us to speak in class, and there's no interference, and we can think of the words quietly. And that's the way it makes me to progress in English speaking. And I can think in English. And also I like her classes a lot. So that's what I feel in the trial lesson, I think. Yeah.
Okay. The first time you met me, you liked the way I was teaching, and you felt like I could help you.
Yeah. The method of Mariana is by using free talk lesson. And so if we just do free talk, we would forget all of the things we talk in class. But that's the thing that impressed me the most, because Mariana would type all of the sentences we make doesn't make good, and she would provide the better ones for us. And we can review it, and she would also provide some word banks to us. We can
vocabularies.
And we can use it as well if we want to review.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. You just mentioned about my method. As you already know, it's very different, and I like to tell my students that I am an orthodox, or in other words, non-traditional, non-conventional teacher. So what's the Chinese word for that again, Izan?
You mean non-conventional?
Yeah, I asked about that before.
非传统的. Yeah, you are not a traditional teacher who
That's
just read the book, who just teach the textbook.
Yeah, basically my own method. And as you mentioned, like normally if it's free talk, it's just a conversation, right? But my method is different from, the regular free talk, because I do type a lot. You know that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of my students are impressed that I can type and talk at the same time.
Yeah, you can type that fast. I was impressed at the trial lesson. I was, wow, did I just say that much?
Right, I would type everything and then correct the sentences at the same time. So that's my method. It's the Malayana method. Can you say more about it? Is it something that you think is effective? Should I change my method?
Okay. I think the method is very good, because it can make students to think on the spot, to train their
brain
and brainstorm with Mariana, and it is quite effective for me, because I also want to train my critical thinking skills, and I think that's very beneficial for me. So also we also face I know a lot of students who don't like to who are not good at oral English, just because they have a lot of words they don't know, but they know in Chinese, but don't know how to describe it, or don't know how to use another way to
another way to express their ideas,
express their thinkings, their thoughts. So I think it is a good way for students to try to use another way of thinking, because we may think a thing that we only call a thing, but we don't know there is also another way to describe it.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. So like if you want to describe telephone,
okay.
But you don't know how to describe, you don't know how to say telephone, you can say like, I don't know that, but I know there's a device that can contact others.
Make calls.
Make calls. You can make calls and contact others. And at that time, Mariana would be a person that joined the guessing contest. I don't know. She would endeavored or try her best to understand your the words you want to describe and
So
tell you.
I like.
And
go on.
Yeah. Also, Mariana wouldn't interrupt us to talk.
I just tried interrupting you like 3 seconds ago.
I mean, she if she wants to say something, but you are also talking, you would she would let you to say. Yeah. So what's the question?
That was something you appreciated about the method.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Sometimes we don't if we want to talk about something, we don't have to just use a way to talk about it. Because like a language, if you would say in Chinese we can call a thing in quite a few ways, but in English we may just memorize a word of it, but maybe there are quite a few words that can describe it as well. So it is quite good to learn more
vocabularies.
Vocabularies with her. And if you learn a lot of words in if you learn a lot of way to talk about the thing, you can understand foreign news or foreigners better.
I have this bonus question. I wasn't supposed to ask you this. So here's my bonus question. All right.
Okay.
Of course you're from Taiwan and I'm from the Philippines. I'm Filipino. There's definitely like a language barrier between us. Most Taiwanese students, they would always look for Taiwanese or Chinese speaking teachers to learn English from or with. I was the only teacher that you met on the platform. Was it like a problem at the beginning that I didn't know how to speak Chinese?
I think it differs from people, but for me, I think not really, because I like to think. So I would try, if I can't speak something in English, and I couldn't describe it in a way, I would just type the Chinese down to Mariana, and she would search for it, and she would definitely know what I want to talk. Because our technology in nowadays is very convenient. So I don't think students have to limit their choices according to the areas of teachers live in. If you want to book a class for your children to Mariana, I suggest no, because the first reason is that I think she's not adept in
teaching kids.
Young
learners. I told you about this.
Young learners. And
it's my preference.
Because it is very different. The method of teaching adolescents and adults is very different from children. And also children, they are basic learner, and they have to use a lot of patience to teach. So Mariana is a patient teacher, but I think she probably would teach adolescents and adults better.
Teenagers and adults.
And she can talk quite a few topics with students. So don't if you join her class, don't limit yourself, and you can choose whatever you want to talk, no matter regardless of your
level,
your levels, your religion, or
your age,
your gender. Yeah. So it's quite good. It's quite easy to talk with her, and you can gain a lot of things in the class. And for me, I don't think the barriers as the barriers. I would think that the barriers requires us to break. So yeah, if you just stand behind the barrier, I'm thinking I'm just writing an essay. If you just stand behind the barriers, you can't see the beautiful world behind the barriers. So if you just limit yourself, then you may just can talk with Chinese teacher, and Chinese teacher may provide you Chinese way to think, but I think instead of choosing Taiwanese teacher, I think choosing foreign country teacher, it is
foreign teachers.
Also, foreign teachers are also a good options. So option.
Option.
So, yeah.
Wow.
And
thanks for saying that.
That's it.
You know what? This has been like an issue. I wouldn't say it's a big issue, but a lot of Chinese learners are afraid of trying out classes of foreign teachers because they feel like, they wouldn't be able to participate well or have a good conversation with the teacher just because the teacher happens to not be Chinese speaker. Sometimes you would try to say something in Chinese, would always use translator, and like 98% of the time I would always like get what you were trying to say, right?
And also I think students should in Asia should are too shy or don't or think that maybe what they do in the class may affect teachers or something else. So a lot of teachers a lot of students are not don't want to express themselves, or thinking that if they choose foreigners would think that their levels are too low. So it is because of this mind rooted
mindset,
deeply ingrained in their mind.
I remember teaching you about it, right? Deeply ingrained.
I read my essays lately because I have to prepare my writing test. Okay, that I digress. And I learned this from Cake. What did I say? A lot of students are shy because they think
they are shy, they are afraid of making mistakes, and they think they're gonna be made fun of or something like that.
They think that maybe foreigners would think they are
not good enough.
Not good enough.
I'm quite aware of that because like a lot of the students that I meet for the first time, especially from Taiwan, they really usually feel that way. But thankfully there's this method. Students, they don't have to like feel shy or be afraid that they're gonna be
also I think if you use online if you learn English speaking online, you wouldn't be that afraid like talking to foreigners face to face. I mean stand beside
like in person, like talking to foreign.
That's more terrifying. That's more terrifying. So if you use screens to talk with someone, if you want to run away the scene, you can just
what are you doing right now?
And just you can just hide and leave the room.
Did you have to do that in my class? I mean, am I the type of teacher who would like make students feel uncomfortable? That's what I want to know. Have,
No, no, not. I think Maliana is very easy to get along with, so you don't have to be afraid or hide or run away the scene. And it is very if you have a class with her or book a track lesson with her, you would feel like it is very the class is very fast. And
time flies so
time
fast.
flies in the class after in the class. So it would be just thinking like, well, I didn't say that much in the class, but it's been 25 minutes or 50 minutes, and you've already accumulated your English speaking skills
in 50 minutes time.
Ability. Yeah,
you're able to improve your skills.
Yeah, you're able to improve it.
Wow, thank you for saying that. It's so great to hear that, you know, from a student that I taught for several months. And you're being honest, right?
Yeah,
like I'm not a scary
I didn't prepare anything. just Chinese introduction in this meeting. You can see I'm very natural, and I'm very
you're a natural.
I'm very, I don't know. I'm very comfortable, and I don't seem like I'm memorizing something or something.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I just my eyes look up isn't because there is something casting up.
You're not reading anything like a teleprompter.
It is because I'm thinking. I can give some advice to people who are not good at oral English and afraid of speaking with foreigners. You can just you don't have to look at screens. You can pretend you are thinking about something. You would feel more you wouldn't feel that afraid to talking with anyone with teachers, because you didn't see the eyes of the other one. So actually at the first class or second class, I have a little bit I still have a little bit shy to talk with people. So I often look up to the ceiling and try to escape or try to make my mind clear. So I can, if I have something to say, I would just look at the screen, and you would feel more comfortable, and you would feel more confident in speaking English. I think.
Honestly, I didn't notice that.
I'm not quite shy. I'm just because actually, I think what I write in the article is quite true, because in the first class or the second or the third at the beginning of the class, I would feel very nervous when I don't have something to speak, and because I don't like the scene that is awkward or something. It makes me want to run away from the scene. But it is the class, so I have to express myself. So I would just look up to the ceiling, and I know I have to face it, and it is
no choice.
I have no choice, and I have to make my effort to try my best
to make an effort.
Myself. So it is also a way to pushing myself to think in English. I think there are a lot of students require this kind of learning method.
Yeah, but that's actually like a really good tip that you just gave. I think that a lot of students would benefit from that.
Okay,
so they should not look at me directly.
Yeah, I think that's a way, because if you look into a person eyes and you don't have something to say, it is very awkward for me. So I would just look up into and also if you don't know the person, it is a stranger, you would feel more terrifying. So you just look up to the sky and try to make yourself
comfortable
or make your minds clear, and you can maybe you can come up with some ideas of answering. And Mariana also can also know how to try to say. And
really,
it although maybe she may not understand, she can also control the time very well. So she would she would induce you to help you to reach or answer, like asking more specifically, or asking more details, and try to understand what you're trying to say. And maybe you would the thing that is on your tongue would be revealed, you get revealed. Yeah,
because sometimes like you want to say something and you know what you want to say, it's at the tip of your tongue, but you can't say it for some reason because you're running out of words, right?
Yeah, running out of words. Yeah.
Okay, Ethan, my next question would be, do you think that you've improved your communication skills after 30 classes with me?
I do think so, because you can see what I'm talking about. And I think though maybe there are still quite a few words that I don't know, but I can use myself. I would try my best to explain it. Like I said, I would try to describe it, what is it, and try to think in English. So it definitely have some helps in my English speaking.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad that you feel that way, because like you can always be honest with me.
Yeah.
As a teacher on this platform, it's so important to hear feedback from my students. Like I want to know if I'm actually helping them improve. What?
Yeah. but I also suggest, I also want to mention again that I think some students wouldn't review your papers after your class, so the class may not be that beneficial as it can provide, because if you review it, and you would try to think on the what you just said in the class, and you can review the word and you can use it. But if you don't review it, the class may the effects of the class wasn't that much.
Which is why I always like give detailed notes, right, for my students to review, because it's so important that I don't just do free talk with my student, because free talk, I don't think it really is that good, because after the conversation ends, usually the student forgets about the conversation, what went on. So it's so important that using this method, like I'm typing everything, and the student gets to see something after the class, a note that they can review.
Yeah.
How would you describe me as a teacher? Well, you've already described me, but
I think I've during the 90 minutes 60 minutes meeting, I think I've already included your personality and your style of teaching. Like Mariana is a very patient teacher, and she's also very dedicated. In class, she would type all of the things you say, all of the things that you made, the mistake you make, or the things you can
improve on,
or your sentence improve on, and give you another choices. And she's also quite easy to get along with. So you don't have to be afraid of speaking with her, and she's very open, and she's a diverse person. I don't know.
Okay, like
she can talk
about any topic.
She's a teacher who can talk anything you want
about anything.
About anything, no matter regardless of your age, gender, age. So don't afraid to talk with her, because speaking is the way you improve our English.
Yes. So, amen.
And don't afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes makes you stronger.
What? I feel like that's a lyric from a song.
What does it make you strong? I don't know.
I think that's a Kelly Clarkson song.
Kelly Clarkson song. And you can also, if you are a senior high school student or a teenager like me, I think most of the students like American music, pop music, or movies or Netflix. You can also talk with her about it, not just the serious topic. It is very fun to talk with her. And I also I can give you some examples. Like I talk with her about Parasite and the Queen's Gambit. That's what I like. That's my favorite ones.
I think that's the last topic we talked about.
The last topic, because I think it is. I think the last class should be very easier.
Memorable. Okay.
Yeah, comfortable. So I choose the topic, and also I finished it last night.
The night before the class, right?
The night before the class. Yeah. So don't you can talk anything with her, maybe, or even the top. There isn't you don't know how to choose from the various topics. But I think it definitely there are so many topics. If you
have thousands.
If you have anything that that happens in your life lately, you can also talk with her. Like you don't get a Uber Eats, you don't get a Uber Eats like the night, or you don't Uber Eats goes to another house that just happened 2 months ago from I don't know. So yeah, you can talk her anything, and she would ask you about how's your mood lately. She's very she's concerned your mental health.
Yes,
yes,
I am. I care about my students so much. Yeah.
So even maybe you are not happy, you can share anything with her, and she wouldn't let anyone know, because she's in your country.
My lips are sealed.
Yeah. She's very
I'm like a therapist, right? I'm like a therapist.
Yeah. She knows quite a lot of things. So she can provide some advices of it, and have a fun talk with you. That's it.
Okay, wow. Thank you. I feel like I feel like crying right now.
Okay, because I have to. I think you have a lot of things to do after tonight, because I feel so much, and you have to condense 60 minutes, 60 minutes into 2 minutes.
Yeah. So that was my last question, but do you have anything to say in Chinese? Because I know most students on Amazing Talker are from Taiwan. You have anything to say to them about me?
Okay. 好，那我现在就换成中文模式。那 teacher can be very teacher can be very confused when I'm talking.
It's okay.
That's okay. OK 好，那我尽量就把我刚刚讲的浓缩成中文。就其实就是说，首先就是跟老师学的话，其实可以获得到很多东西。首先就是你可以有批判性思考的能力。像我说，我其实不是很擅长，就是马上的去对谈，就是因为其实我知道很多学英文的人，其实大家都是因为害怕说外国人会觉得自己的英文很烂，就是其实这些都是自己的自卑心态。那与其这样自卑，我觉得最重要的其实还是要想办法去克服那个语言障碍。所以这也是为什么我不是选择台湾老师，也是为什么选择就是这个Malayana teacher Malayana，and 然后就是说 不用害怕去犯错，因为其实犯错才是让你成长的方法。对，我现在I'm a little bit my channel is a little bit messy right now. I've talked English for 60 minutes. I'll try my best. You can cut this. Okay.
How do I know it's Chinese? I don't know where to cut.
I mean, you can cut when I speak English.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 对。然后当时为什么会选择马雷亚娜当做我的老师？其实最主要是因为我不是用 AMH 去选老师，我是因为我想要找一个合适我的老师，因为我觉得比起去找一个比起去选择那种因为依求价位还是依求国籍去选择，其实并不一定会帮助得到你。我觉得反而是你要去找一个可能比较适合你的老师，可能是他的腔调或是他的口音。像我自己就是，我觉得就是课堂中其实最重要的是口音，就是他会让，就是老师的口音如果是很好听的，其实你会想要继续上下去。像我就觉得我那时候看了很多个就是其他老师的影片，我就觉得说不是，就是我觉得没有办法引起我的共鸣。I can't resonate with them. 然后I mean I can't resonate with other teachers videos. Just that you know, I translated to that one. 我觉得那些老师的影片比较没办法引起我的共鸣。那后来我看了玛丽亚娜老师的影片，觉得说就是他的口音是我自己想要达成的。那他自己是一个菲律宾老师，他并不是一个原来像美国国籍是是生长在美国的美国人，但是他玛丽亚娜老师其实是一个非常，因为他有跟我分享过，他其实是从小就是靠他现在的口说能力是靠他自学来去养成的。I just bring up your oral English learning journey. I mean, because you mentioned that you are not your teachers are not good. You are just are just having grammar and not having the oral English at Philippines. So because I have to bring the you are not you are not American, but you sound very good. OK. 所以这也就是为什么我选择马来亚纳老师。对应该说就是我觉得说刚刚我所讲的很多就是影响我去选择这个老师，就是点开他的页面，还要去看他的 video， 就是看他的那个影片的完之后，我觉得说就是我想要尝试看看他的方法，就是他的free talk 方法。那后来我就是上了他试验课，我觉得说他的教学模式是我很喜欢的，他会一直给予我们学生很多机会去表达我们的想法，还有表达我们自己的看法，就对于一件事情的看法，不论是议题啊，或者是说那种什么我们自己最近发生的状况，不论也不用想说就是一定要去符合他的那个 list。你其实也可以针对你最近的心情状况那些去跟他聊天，因为其实 free talk 的精神就是在 the spirit of free talk 精神 free talk 的精神就是在说你要去就是放轻松的去聊天，就算你可能不是那么的善于讲话，但是你要知道这就是一个让你英文的口说进步的方法，你就是要去敢说，然后想办法，就算是犯错，你也要去就是勇于去犯错，然后犯错之后知道自己犯错哪里，不要怕去犯错这样子。对，而且老师也非常的就是他就是他很开明，也是就是一个很多元，就是他会喜欢跟大家，他很喜欢去了解其他各个国家文化，就算你不是菲律宾籍，他也会很好奇我们台湾啊，或者是在其他国家，不论你是哪国人的那个风土民情， 你可以跟他分享，他也会很乐意知道，他也会分享他的。就是其实学习不是单方面的一直输出，而是一个双方面的去学习的一个过程。老师也在学习我们的文化，我们在学习老师的所教育我们的那个口说技巧。那在课堂中，他的方法我觉得真的很棒，就是他除了刚刚我讲说会给我们很多空间去讲话之外，他也在最后也会给我们一个 feedback， 就是我们的回馈，给我们回馈，让我们知道说我们自己在这今天讲了什么东西，然后提供给我们更好的讲法，就会把我们错误的句子去记下来。他真的打字打超快，就会把所有东西都打下来，然后去给我们更好的陈述方式，然后也给我们一些很好用的片语跟很好用的一些单字，让我们去就是学比较自然或天然的用法，就是比较道地。那其实老师真的对于美国文化其实也涉猎很多，我自己也很喜欢美国文化，就是我对他们也很好奇。他其实从小虽然在菲律宾长大，但是他有一个美国心。I say that although you lived in Philippines, but you have American heart.
Really? Okay.
American mind. Yeah. 所以就是说，就是其实他真的很像是美国人，就是而且其实就也不会说像平台上很多老师价格那么贵，就很多知名的老师其实就是行情很高，也不一定预约到，而且针对你自己，他可能也没有办法花很多时间在你的身上，因为他必须要把他时间分给所有学生去认识，就他们这样子。那所以我觉得说，如果选玛丽亚娜的话，他现在他就是他上课也很 free， 然后你也可以获得很多东西，他会给你回馈单，就是也不会让你说你在这堂课就是一直说，然后没有东西可以去 review 复习。那我觉得那个就是一个东西，可以让你获得，你就可以知道，就是一个你在这堂课的成长的轨迹。对，那这个就是关于课堂部分。那老师的部分，我觉得老师真的非常的很有耐心，而且很热心，很会一直帮我们改那个我们讲的内容这样子。对，所以基本上我觉得主要是这样。所以希望大家也能够来找老师就是学习。我觉得老师真的帮助我很多，因为我在这从5月到现在，我真的进步了很多。在讲英文方面，我虽然刚刚讲好像不差，就是我也没法说我自己是很好，但是我觉得说我真的跟3个月前是进步很多的，是至少我敢讲，然后也不会怕犯错，而且我学到很多一些道地的用法，我也会把它记下来。那也希望大家也可以多多支持老师啊！如果有空的话，也可以去看一下老师那个 bio 下面的，就是他老师那个资讯的下面有一张文章，那是我写的。那个文章里面就是写了我的学习历程，还有 就是我在我跟老师学习之后，我获得到了实际东西，那里面会听起来比较实际。It is more constructive in my article. That's it. That's a wrap.
Wow. Of course, I didn't get any of that, but
you can cut it. You can ask your. I think you can cut some of it.
How would I know? No, I'll include everything.